They're powerful, they're reliable, and you can't get them in the United States. In this video, we're taking a look at 7 modern cars that are banned or unavailable in the US, even though car enthusiasts everywhere are begging for a chance to drive them. From unstoppable off-road machines to high-performance pickups, these are the vehicles we wish were parked in American driveways. Let's get into it. Number 1. Toyota Hilux. The Toyota Hilux is one of the most respected pickup trucks in the world. It's known for being insanely tough. In fact, it's so durable that it's become the go-to truck for militaries, adventurers, and even humanitarian groups around the world. So why isn't it sold in the US? The answer comes down to safety and taxes. The Hilux doesn't meet US emissions or crash safety standards, and bringing it into the country would trigger something called the chicken tax. That's a 25% tariff on imported light trucks, and it makes selling the Hilux in America extremely expensive. Instead, Toyota offers the Tacoma in the US. But hardcore fans say it's just not the same. The Hilux is simple, rugged, and dependable in ways that American trucks often aren't. Number 2. Nissan Patrol. The Nissan Patrol is a beast. It's a full-size SUV with serious off-road chops, and it's been competing with the Toyota Land Cruiser overseas for decades. The Patrol is luxurious on the inside, powerful under the hood, and built to handle rough terrain. It's popular in the Middle East, Australia, and Africa. But in the US, it's nowhere to be found. Instead, Americans get the Nissan Armada, which shares some components but is more focused on comfort than capability. The real reason the Patrol isn't here: Nissan didn't want to go through the hassle of certifying it for US safety and emissions rules, and they weren't sure it would sell well enough to justify the cost. Still, off-road enthusiasts in the US have been asking for it for years. Number 3. Toyota Land Cruiser 70 Series. You've probably seen the newer Toyota Land Cruisers. Sleek, luxurious, and fully loaded. But there's another Land Cruiser still in production, the 70 Series. This is the old-school version, still being built today for markets like Australia, the Middle East, and parts of Africa. It's boxy, it's basic, and it's nearly unbreakable. But it's banned in the US because it doesn't meet modern safety requirements. Things like airbags, crash structures, and emissions controls just aren't up to US standards. And because it's a niche vehicle, Toyota has no incentive to update it for the US market. Collectors sometimes import older models, but if you want a brand new 70 Series, you'll have to move overseas. Number 4. Volkswagen Amarok. Volkswagen might not be the first name you think of when it comes to pickup trucks, but the Amarok has made a big impact internationally. This mid-size truck is sold in Europe, Australia, and South America. It's refined, practical, and powerful. With available diesel engines and premium interiors, it would fit in perfectly with trucks like the Ford Ranger and Toyota Tacoma. So why isn't it sold in the US? Once again, we can thank the chicken tax. That 25% tariff on imported trucks makes it financially unfeasible for VW to bring the Amarok here. They also didn't want to invest in building it locally, since the American truck market is so competitive. Still, many Americans would love the option, especially fans of diesel trucks and European design. Number 5. Suzuki Jimny, modern version. The Suzuki Jimny is a tiny off-road SUV that's become a global sensation. It looks like a miniature G-Wagon and has real off-road chops thanks to its ladder frame, solid axles, and low weight. It's small, simple, and super fun to drive. But unfortunately, it's not sold in the US. Why not? It doesn't meet US crash safety and emissions regulations, and Suzuki left the US market entirely back in 2012. The newer Jimny models are also classified as too small to meet some American highway standards, making it even harder to bring over legally. Despite all that, American off-road fans have been begging for it. Some people even go through the complex process of importing one, just to stand out from the crowd. Number 6. Ford Ranger Raptor, pre-2024. Here's one that hurt: the Ford Ranger Raptor. This high-performance mid-sized truck has been available in other countries since 2018. It features off-road suspension, aggressive styling, and diesel powertrains in some markets. But for years, it was not available in the US. Why? Ford didn't think the market was ready for a smaller Raptor, The F-150 Raptor was already a hit, and they weren't sure American buyers wanted a mini version. There were also regulatory hurdles with emissions and safety standards. Finally, in 2024, Ford brought the new Ranger Raptor to the US. But for years, fans had to watch drivers in Australia and Europe have all the fun. Yes, number 7, Mercedes-Benz X-Class. Yes, Mercedes actually made a pickup truck, and it was surprisingly cool. The Mercedes-Benz X-Class was based on the Nissan Navara, but featured upgraded styling, luxury features, and a more premium driving experience. It was sold in Europe, Australia, and a few other markets, but it was never offered in the US. There were multiple reasons. The chicken tax again, but also branding concerns. Mercedes wasn't sure if a truck fit its luxury image in America, and the X-Class never really took off globally. Still, it's one of those what could have been vehicles. A luxury pickup from Mercedes could have made a big impact here, especially as more brands explore premium trucks. These are just a few of the amazing vehicles that US buyers aren't allowed to enjoy, at least not without jumping through legal hoops or waiting decades to import them. Whether it's due to safety rules, emission standards, or high import taxes, these modern machines remain out of reach for most Americans. But that doesn't stop people from dreaming. If you could bring one of these vehicles to the US, which would it be? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a video about the world's coolest cars. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.